The Rodecaster Pro, it replaces an entire case of gear. We're going to show you how you can produce a podcast anywhere in the world as long as you have a cell signal. This is 2AV guys. Roll the intro. Hey, welcome to 2AV guys here. I'm Eric.
I'm John.
And we have been known as the guys that are supposed to be the ones that are the do that, hey you.
Do it and do it cheap.
Yes, do it and do it cheap and do it now.
Yeah, so I've been in radio since 1990, kind of off and on, been involved in web production, etc. And you?
I've done everything in video that is possibly capable of doing, apparently.
So we want to spend some time going through some of the problems we've solved, some of the equipment we find to solve those problems on the cheap, usually. And we'll get into some higher end stuff maybe occasionally too. But really, help you solve problems, tell you some of the things we've done, and answer some questions you have about solving some of these AV problems.
That's right. And we have something that I talked you into getting a while back, which you were reluctant to until you saw how cool it was. And what is that?
Yeah, we got the. We're going to start with a little bit about the Rodecaster Pro. And yeah, you've been on me about this.
I've been drilling about this for a long time.
And I wasn't all in at first because it's geared towards podcasters, and we've got a whole radio studio that we use to do podcasts, and I didn't really need something else to do podcasts.
Yeah.
Until we started, a couple things. One, we started dealing with people in other offices wanting to do podcasts.
Right.
And in that case, this is a great piece of kit to just send out to somebody else. They plug in microphones, they plug in headphones. They are ready to go. You've got the hot buttons where you can load up audio to queue.
And the biggest record button I've ever seen.
Yes, a nice big record button. And
gigantic.
Records on an SD card, or you can put it, plug it directly into a computer and use it as an interface. So it's a nice, clean bit to do podcasting. But what sold me finally on this little cable right here. It's a custom cable from our friends at BSW.
So it's like a breakout cable.
It's a breakout cable that takes, lets you tie into this. Which in radio, we do a lot of remote broadcasting. We broadcast our radio shows all over the country, sometimes all over the world. And this little tie line unit lets us use public internet to send that audio signal back. But couple of things with this. One, it's only got 3 inputs. Sometimes we've got
very basic.
More than that that we need to get on a panel. It's broadcast live. So a lot of times what we'll be doing is taking an outboard mixer and a headphone distribution amp in order to expand the capabilities of this. Well, this cable here lets us do that, tie into this tie line using the phone, the TRS connection on the Rodecaster Pro.
So basically, you've created a studio on the go with 2 major pieces of kit: microphones, headphones.
It gets me down to 2 rather than taking the 3, taking a bigger mixer and a headphone distribution amp. In addition, because again, this has got the 4 headphone outputs.
Right.
So
you even customized the pad to have custom show jingles and stuff, right?
Yeah. We can put whatever we want on there tied into what we use the show, so we could add that element into our remote broadcast. Some of the same things that we have onto the local. And the other thing that, this is what I love about this kit. Yeah, this is the geek out part.
This is the geek out.
So anybody that's done radio remote knows you go in and the first thing you're thinking is, okay, what's my first way I'm going to get connected back to the studio? If that doesn't work, what do I do next? What do I do next? Well, this combination, we've got the tie line that has the connection back to the studio. But if that fails, in this piece, I've got 2 other ways to get back to the studio.
Meaning,
this works as a hardware interface for your computer.
Okay.
So I could hook this up to my laptop and then use WebRTC or Skype or something like that to get a signal back to the studio. Using this piece, or you can connect to a phone either through TRS or through Bluetooth, and if all else fails, at least you've got a phone connection back to the studio, get audio going there.
So there's no way for you to screw up anymore.
Well, there's always plenty of way for me to screw up, and have an incredible capability to find it.
So you would highly recommend the Rodecaster Pro.
Yeah, it's filled a lot of holes for us. In fact, we're going to be buying a couple more here to send out to some of our other offices to do more podcasting and do that. So it's really straightforward, really simple for somebody who wants to get started podcasting and doesn't want to get involved with everything that's involved with a radio studio. You can do it just very simply here. Or, like I said, what really opened it to me was the flexibility of doing radio remote broadcasting using this piece of kit. It really brings a whole lot of flexibility into not a whole lot of cost compared to what you're getting in that, because you're getting mic preamps, you're getting the mixer, you're getting the trigger pads, you're getting the headphone distribution amp all in one piece. Plus, it's got some EQ built into it as well, some effects. So, really a nice piece of kit that saves me a lot of baggage space out on the road.
Yep. And usually our gear is made from problems. It's
yes.
We have a problem. We need to solve that, but you need to do that yesterday. Can you make this happen now? So this was one of those pieces of equipment you didn't realize you needed until you had the problem. But you didn't even know you had the problem until you had the equipment, right?
Well, I know I had the problem because I knew I was tired of carrying all this stuff around.
Right, okay, yeah, that was the problem. The problem was there's too much crap.
I'm getting old.
There's always too much crap.
I don't want to carry it. Yeah.
So that is, the essence of this show is finding that problem and then getting the equipment and the know-how to solve that problem. Would you say that's
I would say, here? And the next one.
What are we doing for the next one?
Let's do the little kit. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the little...
that my favorite... No, don't say what it is.
Okay. All right, yeah.
But
the tiniest...
for me as a non-videographer, going out on the road and getting video for web and for our TV shows in just an incredibly portable package.
And getting a ton of weird looks at the same time.
Oh, it's great. Because it looks so freaky. You guys are going to love it when we do that next one.
And that's going to be the next episode.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, any comments, please leave them below and get back to us any way you can.
In the meantime, if you have a problem that needs solved, let us know.
That's right.
It's 2AV, guys.